We're going to have the distinct pleasure tonight, everybody here at Bulldog Field, of listening to musical director Linda Tyson is going to give us the national anthem live tonight. I think we're really going to like it.
Again, we're here in Elgin. It's beautiful, 70 degrees, slight wind tonight out of the south. Not enough to move the flag, but just enough so you can feel it on your cheeks. Review again. Bulldogs come in 1-1, beating Lewis Niltur in the first game, losing to number 1 in 3A Cannon Falls last week. That one was a tight one, 24-18. Triton comes in 1-1, beating La Crescent and losing to Goodhue last week.
All right, we're going to turn you over to Bulldog ring announcer Paul Arsvold.
Between the visitors, the Triton Cobras, and your Plainview, Elgin, Melville Bulldogs. If we could, please have everyone rise and remove all head cover as Plainview, Elgin, Melville Choir Director Ms. Linda Tyson leads us in the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
As our teams get ready for the starting lineups, ladies and gentlemen, tonight is our Tackle Cancer football game. Tragedy has regularly hit our communities in many ways, especially over the past 5 years. And cancer diagnoses have seemed to increase in and around PEM from family members to classmates and friends of all ages. Bulldog football wants to do our part to help raise funds and awareness to support the cancer community in Minnesota. So we are partnering with the Randy Shaver Tackle Cancer Research and Community Fund. Tackle Cancer funds research, prevention, treatment, and other programs relating to the cancer community needs in Minnesota, including aid for cancer patients and their families. Over the past 10 years, Minnesota high schools and colleges, along with the Vikings and Gophers, have joined together to raise over $2.5 million to research and provide treatment and aid for all types of cancer. Please remember those in your family and community who have recently been diagnosed with cancer when you consider a donation to Tackle Cancer. Donation will be collected at both entrances to the football game tonight and at the concession stand window. Checks made out to Tackle Cancer can also be mailed to Coach Lamb at the high school, 500 West Broadway, Plainview, Minnesota, 55964. And now for tonight's starting lineups. First, the offensive starters from Triton. End, number 11, Matthew Rosopoulos. End, number 3, Jace Leonardo. Left tackle, number 62, Isaac Madison. Left guard, number 61, Liam Schlichting. Center, number 70, Craig Knudsen. Right guard, number 64, Isaac Gonzalez. Right tackle, number 52, Carson Canings. Quarterback, number 3, Carter Strife. Fullback, number 2, Francis Price. Halfback, number 28, Owen Garness. And slot receiver, number 1, Bo Money Kaizen. The Cobras are coached by Brandon Nessleth, Shane Van Deep, Colton Ullum, Sam Storley, Brady Essig, Joe Giesler, Brent Ferguson, Craig Schlichting, Mark Evan, Dustin Wright, and Kevin Prince. And now, to introduce your Plainview Elgin Bulldog football fans. family.
All right, thank you to Mr. Paul Arsvold for those introductions. Again, we're going to see
Did
a Triton.
you just almost drop a Power Larsvold?
Larsvold. At least it wasn't. Was it Arf Larsvold? Lath?
Arf Larsvold.
Anyways, a Triton team's 1-1 coming in with a win against
La Crescent.
new La Crescent team.
Yep.
26-21 week 1, came back to win that one, and then beating a Goodhue team 28-20 last week. You're going to see
I thought they lost to Goodhue.
or lost to a
a quality Goodhue team.
28-20. You're going to see an option offense out of this Triton team. And quarterback Carter Strife, is going to be pitching it about half of the time. He's got running backs Bo Munikais and Francis Price, and Garnis that he's going to be pitching it. Looks like he's going to pitch it about 2/3 of the time, keep it about a third time, and spreads it out pretty evenly among those three backs. So another interesting offense for Mr. Darren Wingert and his defense to deal with this week.
Got Ryan Gastanjic teeing it up tonight for the Bulldogs. Little different look tonight in the special grays. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Files Oil Company, your hometown oil choice in the Plainview and surrounding areas.
Yep. As always, want to thank our sponsor, Bulldog Nation Foundation, and a special sponsor this week, Files Oil. We'll have more on them at the half. A little background story of the company and information throughout. So thank you to both those
Background
sponsors.
story or background check? Background story, probably.
Yeah.
All right, we put the ball in play. Nice kick by Gastanjic. It's going to go down to about the 15.
That's Munikaizen right there.
Good cover by the Bulldogs.
Number 11 for the Bulldogs, which is going to be Kyler Lamb, the quarterback and strong safety, gets down the field, drops him at about the 18.
All right, so here we go. I'm assuming, based upon history, that we will see Coach Wingert's three front, that 34 defense with the two tall safeties. We'll see that. Ran a little bit of a different variation of a 5-2 last week against that power T of the Cannon Falls Bombers, but we should see that pressure three front that we saw most of the season last year.
A lot of movement there, except for the center.
We're going to call a legal procedure on that one.
Yep. Yeah. As always, legal procedure.
Hey, no Simon report tonight.
No Simon report.
Amanda Brisky's dad giving the report tonight.
What do we get? Looks like they pushed him back there. So specifically, that illegal procedure is going to be a false start.
False start on those 10 because the center didn't snap it. Early season jitters.
All right,
out of these
so
guys.
Strife, the senior quarterback's going to be under center again here. 3-back set.
Wishbone.
Hands that one off straight
Nice
there. That's
play in the
28.
backfield.
Garnis is a 6'1", 185 senior for Triton.
For those of you at home, what you want to do, if you are, we're looking at the home side of the field, if you watch the running backs across, so if you watch the far running back, he's going to tell you where the play goes. So if I'm the right outside linebacker, I'm reading that left as I'm looking at the offense running back. I'm reading cross backs, and that's going to take me to the ball. The big thing about that option offense is it can blow up at any time. It's 0-0-0-40. Very Cannon Falls-like in its production that way.
1-back set, back in motion. Strife's keeping it.
Looks like a
far
little quarterback
sideline.
keep. He's going to pick up a first down and then some.
Do you think he got? I think he might be a little short, depending on
Oh,
the
yeah, I
spot they get.
didn't see because they dropped the stick. Garrett Wolf over there on the sticks again tonight. Looks like they got the third down up. They're gonna.
3rd and 3.
I think they're gonna call him out of bounds a little earlier than I thought he was.
Nice run there by the quarterback.
Yeah.
5'9", 145. It's tough for those linebackers to pick up on those keepers. Garnis again, the tailback here. In front of him,
I
I believe
backs
that's
now.
going to be number 3, Leonardo.
A little cheating on the
And-
fullback.
Nope, that was number 2, Francis Price, the fullback there with the movement.
But then went a little early. Talked about this last week. In the land of Bill Erkey, when you jump like that, you should just keep going and turn and go in motion.
Yeah, it's full of lessons on those false starts.
All right, so that's going to make a 3rd and less than manageable for the Cobra. I would assume this is a passing down. Probably see a little pressure up the middle. Coach Winger probably going to dial up one, maybe both of those inside linebackers coming inside out. We'll see if we
Wishbone
can
set again.
see if we get Caden Priest on a blitz here.
Ends in tight. Pulls it out. It's got a tight end here in the flat. Or no, that's the running back in the flat. Garnis.
That is a
Going
vintage.
to be pretty close.
That's going to be a vintage Donnie Henderson flood route off the wishbone.
Yep. And a
They've been
first
running
down.
that since odd 8.
So that one is a first down to Garnis. Picks it up. It was a, we say it was a 3rd and 8 there.
Yeah,
Conversion for the Cobras.
got about 10. Yeah, that little flood route to push those 2 running backs out in the flat like that is tough. That is tough. All right, so here we go. Another beautiful night. Seems hopefully the rain will hold off. I haven't checked the radar. All right, Bulldogs come up to the line. That 3-man front. We got our stand-up ends. Open end is backed off. That's number 3, Herbert. Got a
Back to
handoff to the
Garnis.
trail back. There. Triton, when given the opportunity so far in this game, is happy to try and grind it out. They've thrown the ball only when they've needed to, and by needed, like 3rd in a while.
Might be worth talking about too. A little bit different for Triton here when they're playing away. They play at home on turf,
Yes.
which is a little different feel for the ball carriers. A little bit of rain might not hurt the Bulldogs' defense as far as slicking things up for the Cobras who are used to that turf. There you go. I-back set. Back to Garnis.
Yep. He's had some room off tackle.
Hit there by number 2 sophomore Alex Hendricks.
First hit by number 2, Alex Hendricks.
Rides him down to about the 42-yard line.
For a Triton first down. 79, is that, that's
79's Ryan Schrader.
that's going to be Schrader tonight in the new unis.
Yep, a couple of changes. We'll try to make you aware of those as those guys get in the plays. I see Nick Wozney's out there, normally number 22. He's number 24. He's the cornerback on this near side. Strife keeps it this time. He's got a lot of trouble. Ooh, gets out of it.
Got a little
From the
room
far
there.
sideline.
That's that pressure defense. You got to make the tackle when you get the chance.
Schrader in the backfield had him about 4 yards deep.
I think it looks like we got Schrader playing the nose tonight. And Caden Priest at his normal inside linebacker spot. Colton McNallen maybe on this right side DN, on the near side DN. And who's that on that far defensive end? Is that that's Owen Rademacher, number 63. Got Nick Wozney playing corner on the near side of the field. Is that Caden Priest on the far side? Or not Caden Priest, Caden Peters.
Yep.
Caden Peters over on the far side.
Garnis, again with the carry, tiptoeing down that far sideline.
First down by number 51.
It's going to be a short 2nd down opportunity here for the Cobras. Ashton Kish checks in for the Bulldogs. Going to give Mr. Rademacher a break. Number 88 going to go in at that far end. Safeties tonight for the Bulldogs. At that free safety spot's Alex Hendricks, number 2, the sophomore, and senior quarterback number 11, Kyler Lamb, is at that strong safety position.
We kind of have not seen a ton of that wishbone since early in the game. So there's the I-backs. I'm going to keep an eye on that fullback and the I-backs. Bulldogs putting up the stout defense. Now that's third and short here. I would guess this 4-down territory for the Cobras of Triton. Got a couple defenders coming out, a couple defenders going in for the Bulldogs. Looks like we got Drew Raymond checked in at the nose.
See, number
Right.
29.
Trying to keep some, Coach Winger trying to keep some fresh bodies in there. Single back set. Quarterback under center. He's just going to take a little quick keeper off tackle.
Not much going. Rademacher in at coming up at the bottom of that pile.
Must have had a quick adjustment from Coach Winger because that had been there this drive up to that point. So some sort of adjustment made, and that might have been some of that shuffling in and out, getting some guys coached up on the sidelines, and seemed to work that time. 4th and very short here. I'm going to call it 1, but it's probably less than that. But all right, Bulldogs line it up.
I formation.
Big down
Darnest
early in the game,
tailback.
momentum-wise here. High backs, yep. It looks like we're going to the left.
A little blast.
He is that's gonna be close.
They're going to give it to him.
They're gonna give it to him. Yep, they're gonna give it to him. Bulldog defense has stiffened up a little bit here.
Schrader back into the game for Drew
It's
Raymond.
not that they didn't give up the long run on the second play like they did last week against Cannon Falls, which is just, it doesn't really kill you in the game, but it's such an emotional killer.
3 big plays killed us
Yeah.
last week in that game.
Yeah. Triton in that eye back set, give it to the trail back, get him stacked up right at the line. Bulldogs seem to have emotionally maybe settled down a little bit, tackling a little better, putting a chest on the offensive player, wrapping them up. Good for those young guys to see that. You see a lot of hitting at the upper levels, but we like to see the tackling at the lower levels. Safer, sure bet.
Looked like Colton McNally getting up off the bottom of that pile there.
Talked about that last week. Sure way to get stats to be the last one off the pile. Almost guaranteed an assist.
Tight 1-back formation here.
Yep, motion to 28. We are going to see that again.
Over the top. Who is
Okay.
that? That's Logan Dietrich getting to the quarterback there.
So what you saw there was that little jet motion, and then we had the fake handoff. We're going to come back to that. Those coaches called that and specifically watched the defensive ends to see what they did. Right? Did this backside defensive end stay home? What did the front side defensive end do? Safeties actually didn't play that too badly. A little behind them, but they got a good break on the ball. Logan Dietrich getting a hit on a quarterback helps a lot, especially on a quick 3-step play action like that. Stand-up tight end. Twins on this side of the field. Single receiver on the other side. Little swing pass. Quarterback's going to keep it.
Oh, Hendricks had him.
Hendricks had him, and he is out loose. That was...
Aiden Peters knocks the quarterback strife out of bounds there after a pickup of about 20.
I'm going to tell my outside linebacker at that point, if you see that goofy motion out of that tailback, I don't know how many of you saw that, but he just kind of backed up and out like he was almost going into pitch phase or almost like a little screen, but then he led that quarterback around the corner on the keep. So it's been a good drive for the Cobras, recovered from a couple of penalties. There's a little zero route. Interesting alignment on the Cobras part. It looks like to me that they have tightened up their A gaps, which is between the center and the guard, and then they've gone to a bigger B gap, right, to try and facilitate that quarterback on that little belly keep. We'll see if Coach Winger either starts blitzing through there or if they have to close that up or what happens with that. We'll keep an eye on that as the game wears on. See that?
There's your Y.
Yeah. Back to that wishbone. We get a
Garnis
little
again with the
blast.
carry.
Bulldogs, good pursuit there.
Back. That was, is that Herber on the tackle?
I think Herbert's linebacker on this side, unless they switch. Ring announcer Paul Larsvold says it's starting quarterback Kyler Lamb on the
it was Nolan Welke. It was the one I saw over there, single digit, number 7 into
There
the game.
you go.
Good play there by the sophomore.
It's like we got a timeout.
All right.
for the
You know what that
Tritons.
means.
That means we're going to talk a little bit about Files Oil Company, your sponsor for tonight. Big shout out to them.
Absolutely. A little information here throughout the night on Files. Since emergencies can happen anytime, you can depend on Files Oil Company 24 hours a day to ensure you have the fuel products you need for your home or business. They offer prompt delivery and top-of-the-line products. Call 507-534-2020 today.
It is crystal clear in our site who we should call. 507-534-2020.
Absolutely. Thank you to Files Oil for
Yeah.
sponsoring this Bulldog
Big time.
Nation Foundation.
Hey, that Files family, they're getting their official sponsorship tonight, but they've been sponsoring Bulldog activities for an awful long time.
Absolutely.
Several generations, I'm going to go ahead and go with.
Yep, and we're going to hear all about that at halftime. We got a nice little video
Nice.
for folks at home. Learn
Nice.
more about Files Oil and how it came about.
Nice. All right, come back from a timeout. Triton going to come back. Looks like they're going to go with a 2 running back set. This guy out here all the way to the left.
That's number 3 there.
Yeah, watch a quick slant
Jace
on him.
Leonardo.
Watch a slant on him. He's coming inside if they're throwing the ball. You got a 1 back set. Motion. There's your little lead out. There's your flex
Out.
pitch.
There's that option.
Oh, played it well. Turned it back in. Good play by the Bulldogs.
That's Welke again there with the tackle.
Yeah. I didn't see who it was that kept their force on the outside there, turned that play back up the field, did a good job.
That's probably Herbert over
It
there.
was probably Herbert, kept the outside shoulder and forced that ball carrier to turn up so Welke could make a play on a ball.
Well, we are well past the halfway point here of the first quarter, and the Bulldogs have yet to touch the ball on the offensive side. Quite the drive here by Triton so far.
Back to the wishbone. Keep an eye on those tailbacks if you're armchair quarterbacking at home. Right, here they come. Pass. There's that
Hit
little
as he
flutter
throws.
out. Hit as he throws. Bulldogs in coverage. I think even quite honestly, without Ryan Schrader putting heat on a quarterback, that ball had a chance of a turnover.
Yep.
Which it did anyway.
And now we're gonna see the Bulldogs offense come out here.
Prophetic you were, Coach Matty.
I have my moments. I like to play the percentages.
Doesn't help you're watching on the tape delay, so you know what's going to happen before. That's false. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. Hey, you want to bet on this next play? We're not going to do that. Okay, so Bulldogs go Twins at the top of the field. Looks like we got 2 in the backfield. Nobody on the near side. Looks like Tennis is going to get the first carry of the game, and he's going to get swallowed up for no gain.
Tennis is one of those Bulldogs we mentioned earlier. He's wearing number 28 tonight in the gray jerseys for PEM.
Not wearing his usual 13.
Like not so lucky tonight.
He's had a good season so far. That 13 has not been so lucky for the opposing team. All right, here come the Bulldogs. See what we get for a formation. See if we get that power run. Looks like we got a 2-back set. Twins on the far side. Looks like Peters and Wozni on the far side. Tight end on the near side. We'll see if we get a route out of him. Get a little zero route, little inside tunnel speed.
Room up the middle.
Wozni's got a little room, 1 man to beat. He gets out to about the 30.
Brought down by number 28, Garnis.
On an exciting play for the Bulldog offense. That is the play, the completion that we needed to get a little earlier in the game out of Kyler Lamb last week in the perpetual drizzle.
Yep.
All right.
So I couldn't tell on that defense if they were running a 53 and had a linebacker out in coverage.
I am thinking that this is looking
that
like
one's a 44 here.
this is a 40 with stand-up ends.
Peters got some room.
got
Goes
some
up.
room.
Did he get him down? I think he did.
I think. Let's see.
Oh,
No,
maybe
ref's
he-
calling him
I was
out.
gonna say he didn't complete the catch
This
there.
is another example. Kyler did this last week too. Just a little bit off on where he's throwing that ball for that receiver to go get it. He's got to. I think he's throwing it a little late, And I think our receiver is supposed to be working straight up the field, and this is where the name of fade comes in. So when the ball's in there, he's going to fade to the sideline. But if he fades to the sideline too soon, you get a situation like we had here where it's an almost impossible throw for Kyler. And if we get it, it's going to be a circus catch. We want to get that. I think we need to get that ball in the air sooner, and that receiver needs to run just a little bit better route. Trips on the top, Peters on the bottom. We're going to get a run play right up the gut. He's going to pick up about 4.
Tennis that time tackled by number 5, Hunter Stark, a junior for Triton. Yeah, I don't hate that throw out of Lamb, though. And then the first down on the near sideline, he put it up where the athletic Peters could go up and get it. The defender didn't have a chance. I think if Peters hangs on to that ball through the end there, I think he had the feet down.
And I think, too, if he runs that route a little straighter downfield, he gives himself a little more room. He can concentrate on the ball, not so much getting his feet down. Right?
All right, Lamb out of the shotgun
All
here.
right, looks like twins at the top. We're just going to get a little handoff on that inside zone. That's going to be a face mask.
Garnis, Stark, and Price in on that one.
Did not seem to be a very malicious face mask, but a face mask nonetheless. I did see a video online on Max Preps. The quarterback's rolling out and he gets face back and his helmet gets spun. And while he's rolling out, he takes his helmet off and throws a complete pass.
This one's going to be a personal foul, 15 yards, though.
Yeah. I don't know if they have the short face mask in high school anymore.
I thought we saw one last week.
I thought we did too, but... Well, if we see one again, we'll know they have it.
All right, Bulldogs out here about midfield, 46-yard line. To that 15-yard penalty. Got 2 out wide to the far side. That's Wozni all the way out. And the wide receiver and Lundeen there in the slot. Lamb hits Peters on the slant here. Peters got room.
Down.
Brought down by number 11, Matthew Rosopoulos.
Stopped by number 11, Matthew Rosopoulos, but it's another Bulldog first down.
So we're seeing kind of 2 different offenses here. Triton had the ball for about 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Went about 70 yards in those 8 minutes. Bulldogs here had it for about 2 minutes and have gone about 60.
Well, a little bit different game plan. I think the Triton wants to play a little bit of defense by keeping the ball out of the Bulldogs' hands.
Lamb
There's
with
that
the
read
keeper.
option on the keep. He's going to pick up a couple.
Number 62 for Triton and number 52, Carson Koenigs, and 62, Isaac Madison in for the stop there, tackling tennis.
So we have, I was just trying to pick up some numbers here. Looks like we have Tyler Johnson's nephew, Tucker Johnson, at the right tackle. We got Colton McNallen at the right guard. We got Rademacher playing center. Should have Priest at the left guard. Who's the left tackle?
Drew Raymond.
Drew Raymond. There we go. Raymond Heating and Air fame. Drew Raymond, Heating and Violence.
We're under a minute here, clock
All
ticking
right.
down.
2 backs. Bulldogs, little read off
Tentis
tackle there.
again.
Tennis is going to pick up a couple. What I really like about this offense, I would, as a strictly viewer, I would call this a pass-first offense. But the Bulldogs this year have effectively run the ball, which makes that defense keep those defenders closer to line. So our speed guys like Wozni, Peters, some of these athletes have a little better chance to get downfield because those linebackers and things, they got to crowd the line a little bit and play the run clean.
Well, and what looks like could be a lot of pass plays, that quarterback Lamb always has that option to pull it down, run it, depending on what he sees.
Option, exactly. That
A lot
was
of movement here.
illegal procedure.
I think they're going to get our tackle for moving first there.
One thing I want you to watch on that read option when you're at home, especially now, if you get a good look at Tucker Johnson, he does a great job of this. This is why I'm saying this. On that read option, it's a RPO. It's a run pass option. So that tackle is going to go out to the linebacker like it's a run play. but the linebackers are so close and the read is so fast that we don't get that lineman downfield call because he doesn't have time, he doesn't get out of that imaginary lineman box.
All right.
There's a quarter.
End of the quarter there.
That was a fast-moving quarter. We had what do we have, 3 penalties? 4 maybe? Fast-moving quarter.
We are tied at 0 after 1 here. Bulldogs and the Cobras. Again, taking the opportunity to thank our sponsors. First of all, Bulldog Nation Foundation for being a sponsor since of live streams here at the PE Empire since the inception. I want to thank them for everything they do around the Plainview Elgin Millville school community.
Yes.
And then tonight, again, thanks to our special sponsor, Files Oil. If your home business is running low on fuel, don't panic. Get in touch with Files Oil Company. Our dedicated drivers are available on Saturdays and after hours to deliver fuel in Rochester and the surrounding areas in southeastern Minnesota.
They always come every time I call them because my surrounding area to Files Oil Company is about 3 blocks.
That is convenient for both of you.
That is. It absolutely is. Got a nice email from Daryl Anderson.
Yeah, Daryl Anderson.
Yeah,
and Barb.
Out there on the live stream in the land. Going to try and catch a game live before the weather goes south on us.
Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful night tonight.
Yeah, tonight would have been a good one.
It's a good night. If you are looking at the live stream and you see that big paw print on the middle of the field, there's a lot of work that goes in that, especially early in the year. And we had 3 players this week, Brady Herbert, Colt McNallen, and Tucker Johnson, came out, put the work in, put the time in, and got that paw print put on the field.
Dresses up the field nice, I think.
Yeah. I feel like we maybe have had a rule change. Is that why we got a space in the paw for the 50?
We might have.
I feel like we haven't done that in the past. All right, Bulldogs in that 2 running back set. You got twins to the top, single to the bottom.
Pulls it out, going out wide, looking for Herbert there out of the backfield.
I feel like he had just a little pressure there and maybe didn't get a good look at where the receiver was because when it came out of his hand, it seemed off the mark.
I think he had to get it up over that defensive line.
Right, that's what I mean. He had a little...
had to put a little bit more air underneath there than he would.
An obstacle, if you will. Those of you that are old brother wear outlaw fans. All right, so here we are.
I think you put the syllable, the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
All right, 4th and 11 for the Bulldogs. 4 down territory. I don't think a punt gets you much here. Right, Bulldogs got a pretty good punter in Kish. Odds of that going in the end zone from here are pretty high. Lamb takes a snap, gets the read. He's going to roll out. He's got a man open. Okay, so Bulldogs are going to turn it over on downs. Still knotted up at zeros.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if see here, Triton comes back the same offense, just trying to ground and grind it out here.
You wanted to go MMA ground and pound, but you kind of got caught in the middle there.
I did. I didn't think that would work in that situation.
All right, so we'll see what we get. We've seen some I-backs out of them. We've seen some wishbone out of them. We've even seen some one-back stuff.
I think we've seen about 5 different sets already. They cleared the backfield once as well. They went to Garnis quite a bit on that first drive. So even in the passing plays, they were looking for Garnis.
Here we are back in the I-backs. Fullback going away from us. He's going to get the ball. Bulldogs got him wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage.
That's number 2, Francis Price. He's a 6'1", 190 senior.
Rademacher
in the backfield for the Cobras. Monikaisen, 6'1", Price 6'1", Leonardo 6'1", Garnis 6'1", 185. Everybody but the quarterback, Strife, 5'9", 145 senior, but has shown himself to be elusive long run in the first quarter on that far side.
Yeah. Bulldogs bent but did not break on that drive, turned it over on downs. Bulldogs themselves turn it over on downs. Going to dive up the middle. It's going to make it 3rd and a while.
Garnis tackled there by Schrader and Rademacher, and I believe that was Logan Dietrich.
If I'm a betting man and I see that wishbone formation, I'd say we're going to get that flood that they converted that 3rd and 11 on. If we get that wing in motion, we might get a little jet sweep or a little screen out of that. We also want to watch that single back out of that formation. That single back does that. does that little back pedal because the quarterback did that fake and then pitched to that earlier too for a short gain. All right, so you got the double wing formation. He's back
Straight
to
drop.
pass.
That's way over the head of Garnis.
Yeah, I feel
pressured there by Priest.
we might have had a little confusion on our routes there because everybody was running sticks, meaning everybody was going to first down, and the quarterback slung her a little deep. I think he thought he was going to have that inside receiver on the left a little farther downfield than he was.
Priest got through pretty quick, right in the face of Strife, forced him to throw it maybe a little bit earlier than he wanted, got it out ahead of his receiver. And we're going to have our first punt of the game for either team.
Both
Again,
teams.
I believe it's Garnis back to punt, and we've got Peters back to return. Peters with a punt return in that first game.
The ever dangerous. Bulldogs blocked well. They didn't really block it. They were there to block it. Punter wisely smothers it, so the Bulldogs can't return it. Colt McNallen style, 2 years in a row. Lost my spot.
Well, it was Garnis back there. Heady play, just cover that up. Don't try to do too much
Yeah.
with it. We've seen him, number 28. He's been all over the field. He's been doing the lion's share of the work on offense. Seen him in on some defensive plays. There he was the punter.
All right. See Quentin Lundeen out there on the inside receiver, and the trips on this side. He's pretty easy to see. He's 5 inches taller than everyone else. Single receiver at the top. Lamb ball tipped. There's always a dangerous ball when they're tipped like that, especially when you're running that little screen route because there's plenty of defenders there on that tip ball drill. Coach Nielsen frantically giving some instruction on the sideline there. It looks like he's in the middle of a Zumba class. Try to get ringside announcer Paul Arsvold to maybe make him play him some music between plays. All right. Honestly, both teams pretty impressive tonight on the defensive side of the ball with their ability to get pressure on a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, neither quarterback had much time when dropping back here.
Right,
They're going to have to get him out of
right.
that pocket to find some openings.
Both quarterbacks, when they've had a chance, have been on this little play action rollout.
Lamb with a
Lamb on
nice
the
cut.
keep. He's going to pick up about 5.
Tackled there
Oh,
by
4.
number 28 Garnis,
4
number
or
5
5.
Stark.
Midland distance, 4 or 5 out of 10, right? So we're going to third and halfway.
3rd and 6.
All right, Peters checks in. Wozni checks in. Usually when those two are in, it increases our odds ever so slightly. Their stats teacher of getting a pass play.
Looking at this line here at that nose tackle here for Triton, 52, Carson Koenig. He's 6'3", 260, a junior.
That's a big dude. All right, so we got Jumbo, 2 tights for the Bulldogs. Peters in motion. He's going to get the jet sweep. He's got 55 out in front of him. Cuts it back. I think
Number 1, Bo Munnikheisen.
I think if he keeps going around the edge, he gets the first
tackle.
down.
Possibly. They were stringing him out pretty good there.
Right, but I mean, I think Barry Sanders lost a little bit on the cutback there. It's going to be fourth and a couple. I was going to say 4th and a couple, but it's more than that. Lamb out to the huddle.
I think we'll see Lamb pass here.
Pretty solid chance Bulldogs are going to pull out the old trips and 1. Nope, we're going to see Jumbo. Same formation we had last time. Nope, looks like we only got 1 tight end on the far side. 2 back set. Lamb's going to boot out.
Goes back.
Backside screen, read well by the
Number 18, Bronson Frerichsen, 5'10", 175 junior. Tentis, I think, on the ground there. They're going to take a look at him.
That was a little dangerous. I saw Lamb spin around and chuck that ball, and that linebacker was coming.
Yep.
If Tennis doesn't catch that, that becomes problematic in a hurry.
That was a nice job there by Frerichsen, number 18, sticking with his assignment there. Saw Tentis sneaking out on that back side.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't pursue Lamb at all.
There's a Mary had a little lamb joke in there someplace. Did not pursue the lamb.
All right, Tentis getting off the field a little gingerly here. So running back position here, we're probably going to see Aaron Martinez, number 4, come in. He's a sophomore. We might also see Nick Wozni come in and get some plays at running back. We might see a Logan Dietrich come in.
And as we talk about him getting off the field a bit gingerly, made me think of the Little Red Dairy with Alan Miller over here on the camera, helping us out tonight.
Yep.
A little shout out to him. He had a fundraising idea that I don't know if we're going to do that. He thinks we should arm wrestle at halftime.
I'm out. Or did you mean Alan and you? Then I'm in.
I think Alan.
I'll call that.
I'm pretty sure if you are within hearing distance, you want to drive out to the game. I think Alan was going to take on all comers during halftime until time ran out. So as a fundraiser for the Bulldog Nation Foundation. That is completely false, by the way. Those of you that want to come out and watch arm wrestling, do not do that because that's not going to happen.
10-yard pickup for the Cobras there. That's number 1, Bo Munnikheisen on the carry.
Carson Cronebush out there getting a little time on the defensive line, looks like. Or maybe not. That's looks like that's Rademacher still. False alarm. Bulldogs still in that 3-man front. The Triton Cobras, there's that jet motion. Right, good way to string it out. Gave up a little bit more than we want.
Alex Hinrichs with the tackle there, assisted by Lamb and Rademacher.
Bulldogs sticking to that 3-man front. Bulldogs getting good pressure on the Triton Cobras. Triton has kind of come to that double wing formation, and they've closed those splits down with the linemen in an effort, I think, to protect their backfield and their mesh points a little bit. Try to slow that Bulldog front down. Here they come. Two receivers to the top. Looks like we got a tight end on the bottom here. One back.
Strife drops back to pass.
Rolls out just a
looking
little
long
bit.
There.
Throws it.
Goes up for Munnikheisen. Lamb over the top on coverage, and Wozni.
It's like 4 Bulldogs over
primary.
there. And intended receiver able to get a hand on it, but incomplete. Bulldogs get good coverage on that one. As the sun slowly slips away in the west here at Bulldog Stadium. 7:20 left on the clock. 0-0. Really been a pretty good defensive game tonight. We had 3rd and 3 for the Cobras. All right, single back set. Trips to the far side. Single receiver on the bottom. We got a wide, a slot, and a wing. That wing is going to block for Strife. Strife's going to keep it. He's going to get a first down. He
tackled there by number 51, Caden Priest.
Similar to Lamb, a threat to run on every play.
Absolutely.
And in a good way. Right, that's when that quarterback is a threat to run, it really changes your defensive philosophy a lot. All right, so here we go. We're back in that double wing set. Single running back, even receiver on each side. There's your jet motion. Fullback pitch on the carry. Bulldogs read that, sniff that out. That's going to be a loss of about 3.
Nolan Welke, the sophomore linebacker there on the tackle. Hinrichs comes in at the end to finish him off.
That's an interesting play where you have that jet motion player ends up being the pitch player.
Yep.
You see that, Coach Oleg? That was interesting. Effective, but not something I've seen a lot.
Bulldog showed some pressure right up the middle there with sophomore Dietrich, number 29. Came right through that A gap.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. 2nd and long. Looks like we're going to...
Garnis on that far side. Keep an eye on him. Last time we saw this set, they tried to just swing it out to him right over the top.
The coach knows what he wants, but the players don't know what the coach wants. The Triton coach out on the field yelling, "Timeout, timeout." He's going to get it straightened out here. We got right at 6 minutes left in the half, and And emergencies can happen at any time, even with 6 minutes left in the half. And you can depend on Files Oil Company 24 hours a day to ensure you have the fuel products that you need for your home or your business. Prompt delivery, top-of-the-line products. 507-534-2020. 534-2020, area code 507. All right. Triton talks it over. Bulldogs talk it over. We'll come out in 6 minutes to go. 2nd and 13, right at the midfield stripe.
Taking a look here during the timeout, watching Hunter Tentis get worked on over here. He's getting taped up, walking around, trying to get a tape job of these looks. So I look forward to seeing him come back into the game here next time the Bulldogs take over on offense. We've got a 2nd and 13 here right at midfield.
Same formation.
There he is.
There's that little zero route that we gave you the heads up on. Drop the pass. There's always a chance there that the referees are going to call that a backward pass. So receiver 28, was that Garnis? Yeah, Owen Garnis wisely jumps on that ball. That's twice he's made 2 heady plays as far as turnovers are concerned.
And that's the 2nd time I've seen him out in that wide receiver position.
And the 2nd time they've thrown it to him.
2nd time they throw it to him. So
seems to be a trend.
Eye on that.
And he's out there again. Who's your running back? That is 2, Francis Price. Bulldogs pressure, Priest on the sack. We are going to be 4th and a ways.
Spotter here letting us know that was a different quarterback there. I don't know if that was like a Wildcat set, but that was, I believe, number 3. 2 or 3 there was in at the quarterback.
Jason Nardo. Yep. Yeah, we don't know if we had something happen to the starting quarterback, strife, if he may have had equipment issues, something happened. We did have a different quarterback on that play. See what happens on this punt play.
Gets that one away. Plenty of time for Peters to get a clean catch.
Oh, yeah, he's got room to move. Makes 1 miss, makes 2 miss, 3 miss. 4th man gets him. Number 5 here, got his shoulder pad hanging out. He's shrugging at the referee very wisely. He escaped a hold, did not get the flag thrown on it.
All right, so nice return of about 30 yards for Peters, I'd say there, between 25 and 30 yards.
Almost back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yep. Yeah, so Bulldogs are going to take over here. 5 minutes left in the half. See if they can get something going here. Looking at the sidelines here, Tentis still over here getting worked on, so we'll see who comes out in the running back position here. Looks like Wozni is in there, and Carson Raymond in to replace Wozni at that far wide receiver. Raymond, a sophomore long snapper on punts as well.
Yeah. Number 3, Herbert at the fullback.
Wozny's going to pick up 1-ish.
Right. Both offenses have shown little flashes, but both defensive has really just buckled down and shut the offensive down. That's one thing. When I came here tonight, I did not expect to see 0-0 closing in on a half.
Logan Dietrich's coming in here now for the Bulldogs. He's likely going to go
to
get a chance at that tailback here. Nope, right. They stick with Wozni in the backfield. And Dietrich must be back there on the other side of Lamb.
There you go. Split backs will probably get a little bit of that read option. Keep an eye on those linemen. Lamb
looks for Raymond. He hits him.
Lamb has a good time on that play. Delivers a strike for a first down. 4 minutes to play.
That's the sophomore, number 26, Carson Raymond on the reception.
I would venture to guess that opposing coaches, kind of like we do with some other teams, opposing coaches wondering when we're going to run out of Raymonds over here. It's been kind of like Files Oil, generational. All right, got the 2 running backs at Twins at the top. You got Raymond on the far side. You got Caden Peters all by himself at the bottom of the screen here.
That's Dietrich with the carry this
Dietrich
time.
with the carry.
He's going to pick up 2.
Yeah.
Clock's going to keep on ticking under 4 minutes here in the half. Things tied up 0-0 in Elgin.
I don't think clock is an issue yet, but yeah, we're closing in on a halftime here. Really a slugfest. If you like defensive football like I do, this has been a fun game to watch. If you were coming in to watch an arena league or a 9-man game 65-60, that's not what you're getting tonight. All right, Bulldog offense comes up to the line. 2 running back set. Peters on the near side, Twins at the top. Lamb off the read.
Triton faithful looking for a hold there, I think, on the guard.
I think we might have got away with one there.
Pushed out of bounds by Bo, Money Kaizen.
Bad part about getting away with them on those is if the lineman doesn't clean it up, that could come back to haunt you on a play when you really don't want it. Not that you ever want a holding penalty, because that's a 10 yards from the spot of the foul, but that's, we get down to the 1 or something, we don't want to see that.
3rd and 1 for the Bulldogs. I set here. Raymond out on the far wide receiver. Peters on the near side. Brady Herber at the fullback, and can't tell if that's Wozni or Dietrich. That's Wozni, gets the carry right up the middle.
Yeah, he's
going to be far side's got him going.
Stop by Matthew Rosopoulos.
Chains are moving. It was pretty close, but they gave it to him.
Yep, good push up front there for the Bulldogs. Got them just what they needed.
Yep, 2.5 minutes left to play. The Triton faithful, honestly, the stands don't look real full, but along the fence line is really full. Looks like they've traveled pretty well tonight. Beautiful night in September. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on a 27. 2 minutes to go. Probably not time to get it in a hurry, but with little urgency out of the offense, right? You got split backs, pro set. Lamb back to drop. Max protect. He's got Peters open, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Bulldogs. So much for our time.
I think we're going to hear your favorite song.
The Bulldog fight song that we play every time the Bulldogs score.
Official timeout as there's a Triton player down still in the end zone.
Band director Zach Tesling on the fight song. Got the pep band down there. Or is that RZ?
Nope, that's RZ.
God.
But Zach Tesling is the band director.
He got the shout out on the emails today from the boss. I thought maybe he'd gone wild with that pep band and they were sounding good tonight. Pep band now? Don't get me wrong, pep band always sounds good.
So that was a 28-yard strike from Lamb to Peters on that touchdown. See how the Bulldogs line up here. It's probably going to go with the extra point. We're going to see Liam Hepner come off and kick it through.
That's the play that we've been just a little bit off on the last 2 weeks. Because on the sideline, see that time, Peters could concentrate on bringing that ball in and didn't worry about getting his feet down. He had a little room to work. He was able to go up, high point that.
It's number 5, Hunter Stark, going to be helped off the field there after his coverage on Peters in the end zone. Peters, a great athlete. We saw him in the punt return game. He returned one last week. Very good basketball player. Going to have a great senior year this year for Jason Herber and the PEM Bulldog basketball team, and also an outstanding track athlete.
Is that true, Clock? Going to have a good year of basketball? Yeah, prevailing evidence says you are correct. 5 going off the field gingerly.
All right, so for our extra point here, we're going to have Tucker Johnson's going to be snapping it to number 11, Kyler Lamb, and number 18, Ryan Gastanjic.
Gastanjic out for the PAT, point after touchdown. Last week we saw a little fight. Oh, that kick is blocked. That Pressure came right up the gut.
Yep. Gustancic a little upset with himself, but not much you could do there with all that pressure Triton was bringing up the middle.
I will say this, the one thing that those soccer kickers need to get used to, other than the oblong ball, they get used to that pretty quickly, but on that extra point, they got to get that ball up. And they're not used to doing that. They're used to keeping it down for that goal, but they got to get that ball up in a hurry.
All right, after that touchdown, we're going to take an opportunity again to thank our sponsor, Files Oil. Files Oil, not just all about the petrol, also
High quality lubrication.
They're their one-stop shop for all your Phillips 66 lubricant oils. They have the right product for your farm, home, trucking, or industrial needs.
507-534-2020. All right, here we go.
All right.
Bulldogs up 6-0 to continue our trend from last week. Little trouble with extra points.
Looks like I can't see his number, but I'm gonna guess that's Garnis back to return with Bo Monikaisen.
You look for the Monikaisen one. I saw you cheat.
I mean, well, there's a couple of Monikaisens. I want to make sure I have the right one.
Get the right one. All right. I'm going to put the ball in play. That's nice and deep. That's going to be down inside the 10.
Monikaisen has it on the far side.
It's going to bring him up its own sideline to about the 30. Bulldog defense going to come back out on the field. Looks like we got McNallen and
Schrader.
Schrademaker.
I hope not.
I hope not too. Oh,
Rademacher
and
Priest at
Schrader.
linebacker. We've got Dietrich in at linebacker. Herber's in at linebacker. Nolan Welke in at linebacker. The secondary is going to be
Lamb and Hendricks.
Wozni, Peters, Lamb, and Hendricks.
Is your 4 DB shell. Welke, if we need to get into a nickel package, would be your 5th DB. All right, there's a quarterback down the line. Not a great pitch, but right on the money. Gets a Sunday hop. Going to pick up about 4. That was an old school option right there. That was coming straight down the line.
And what you'll see on that option here in the Bulldog defense is you're going to see those safeties come up. They're going to have the pitchman on this defense tonight.
I had noticed this before, and I think I saw it again, but I did make a grievous error on the pep man. On that pitch phase, I think that running back's out in front of that quarterback. He's not behind him. You know what I mean? I think he's back for the pitch, but I don't think it's a standard Barry Switzer University of Oklahoma
Garnis
pitch
this
phase.
Time. The far side.
You notice that? You see that? It's a different pitch phase.
Kind of interesting to see here
it's almost a shovel pass out to him.
It'll be interesting to see what the Cobras do here under a minute. Here we've seen them really running the ball quite a bit, taking a lot of time off the clock, but with less than a minute, we'll see if they open it up a little bit.
Other than the first drive of the game, they've not really picked up any chunks of yardage.
Well, really only the first part of that drive. They had a couple of bigger plays, and the Bulldogs really tightened things up.
Quarterback had a nice keep for a long run. I think they had a running back go for a long run. I just got handed a note from Bulldog ring announcer Paul Larswald, former Plainview teaching couple extraordinaire and cousin to my beautiful wife, Pete Rietveld in the science department, and his beautiful wife Becky in the house tonight for Bulldog football. Pete and Becky, welcome back.
It's not even homecoming.
Not even homecoming. Hey Pete. Look at him turn around. I just said his name on the YouTube.
All right. Triton comes with the eye set.
Great. All right.
I actually was looking for you. I was like, where? And then you just say my name.
Garnis there with a big pickup. Picks up 8 yards for them and a Cobra first down as the clock's going to start winding here at 42 seconds.
Yeah, here's the question. Are they going to be content to just kind of grind this out, or are they going to take a shot here? Are you going to back, if you're Coach Winger, do you back your safeties up to protect the long pass, or do you just, there's a fumble.
Who's that great getting through the line there? That was...
Looks like McNallen, Rademacher.
Nope, that was
at the ball.
Dietrich.
Logan Dietrich. If you're a Caddyshack fan, Cinderella story here at Augusta. Had an absolute breakout season last year on the state tournament run, playing defensive line at about $140.
Really only kind of came into the Bulldog defense for maybe the last home game of the year. And then
quick.
all through playoffs. They had him on the line. Just got off so quick on the ball.
So quick, yeah, and such quick hands to get off those blockers. Just really, really an exciting athlete to watch. He's going to be fun to watch develop over the next. He's got this year and 2 more. All right, we got 27 seconds to play. Bulldogs will break the huddle here. I'm sure Coach Lamb, Coach Wingert expressing the very serious intent, do not let anyone behind you.
Garnis in the backfield here, tailback. Keep an eye on him. Drops
Pass
back.
deep.
Good play by Peters.
Little 6 route by number 11, Matthew Rosopoulos, I'm going to go with.
Yep.
Open for just a split second, came out of the break. Ball was just a skeech late. Gives Peters a chance to make a play on the ball. You young players watching at home, Peters did a good job. He had his trail hand behind that receiver's back, and then with his left lead hand, he knocked the ball down. So if he does get the catch, he still can secure the tackle.
3rd and 11 here for the Cobras.
All right, Bulldogs given plenty of
This time
cushion.
they give it off the far side to
That's a
Garnis.
little counter play.
Stays on his feet though.
Or did he pitch that?
No, I think he broke loose there.
Did he?
Yep.
All right, 12 seconds to play. It'll be 4th and short.
And the Bulldogs are going to take a timeout here.
I wonder if the Bulldogs think they maybe get the ball back, get a chance to heave one down, see if Peters can pull one down.
Possibly. Could be. Just want to make sure here 12 seconds they don't give up anything. Make sure everybody's on the same page.
Get all your ducks in a row.
Triton, I believe, does have a timeout left as well. They could run a quick one, get that first down, and then come back and run one more play as well.
Well, yeah, because the clock will stop till they reset the sticks, too.
Yep. All right, so Bulldogs up 6-0 here. We're just at the end of the first half. The 1-1 Bulldogs welcoming the 1-1 Cobras of Triton here in Elgin to their field. And we've got 4th and 1 right at midfield.
Notice the ball touching right on the midfield stripe. See if Triton takes a shot here with 12 seconds to go, or if they try to get the first down. They are going to throw the ball.
Got lots
Stripe
of
got
time
time.
downfield coming
Got
back.
a player
Hendricks.
open. Good coverage. Incomplete pass. Bulldogs will take over on downs.
It was Wozni there on the primary coverage, and Hendricks, the free safety, coming over the top to help break that one up.
So with 5 seconds to play, we will get the Bulldog offense out.
I think the personnel here would be pretty telling of what the Bulldogs are going to do. We got Carson Raymond coming in, a wide receiver.
As well as the formation.
Lundeen is in. He's probably going to be in that
Yep,
slot.
I would guess Peters will be in. We'll
Peters.
get the height out there.
Peter's going to be by himself on this near side, I would guess.
I would guess on the wide side of the field. We're
Raymond and Lundeen on that
gonna
far
be
side.
running some verts here.
Bringing out Herbert over here with
Got two
Peters.
safeties in for the Triton Cobras, so that post, anything in the middle of the field is going to be open. You don't have to worry about stopping the clock because you're only going to get one play. If I'm Triton, I bring in pressure.
It's out off
Yep,
the fingertips of
incomplete
Herbert.
pass.
And that's the end of the half.
Yep.
6-0. Plainville Jimville Bulldogs up over the Triton Cobras.
Had a blocked extra point. Had a real nice play in the end zone by Peters. Great showing by the defense on both sides. Bulldogs go in up 6-0 at the half. We're going to give a shout out to the Bulldog Nation Foundation and everything they do for all of the students, all of the kids in our community, whether it's fine arts, whether athletics, whatever it is, they do their best to make sure our kids have opportunities at every turn. We also have Files Oil Company, our major sponsor tonight, for all of your diesel and lubrication needs. I'm sure they have all of your non-diesel gasoline products as well. You can give them a call at 507-534-2020.
All right. Yep, we want to thank both sponsors. We're going to hear a little bit now about the Files Oil story, and we will be back after the half with more Bulldog football.
When I was in high school, I used to hang around the Standard Oil station quite a bit and got to know the Standard Oil agent, Kenny Briggs, and he used to take me along on the truck, showed me how to run the truck and how to do things. And when it come time for him to retire, he recommended me to take be his replacement. So then I took over Kenny's business as the Standard Oil agent here in Plainview.
I remember it all my life. That's all my dad did. I was probably about 8 years old when that started, so I just remember him having trucks and delivering fuel and things like that.
Well, when Dad started, it was a one-truck show, and he was, covering the Plainview area, and then we ended up getting into Wabasha.
When I started, it was just my dad, and my mom was in the office, my brother Joe, and then Tom joined us a couple years after that.
It just evolved and kind of took off. I learned a lot from my father and my brothers at that time, and so that's kind of where it's gone from there.
Files Oil is located mainly out of Plainview as our main location, but we have 6 area locations, including Wabasha, Pepin, Mazeppa, Zumbro Falls, and Goodhue. And mainly Files Oil Company is a business that provides a variety of different fuel needs for our customers. So we do gasoline and diesel fuel to farms and commercial locations. We do propane and fuel oil as home heat for customers. As of recently, we've done some more lubricants and grease delivery, including diesel exhaust fluid and some of those other things.
We try to build relationships with our customers. They're all repeat customers, almost all of them, and they're all long-term relationships. It just seems like over the years, they almost become friends.
Our main objective is serving our customers with their fuel and oil needs. Our guys are always on the job, so they're always there to serve the community in the best way we can.
We wouldn't be where we're at today without our customers, not to mention our employees. We got really good people working for us. We got long-term employees. We don't have a lot of turnover, which I think that helps to be where we're at.
I'd like to see Files Oil Company go to a next generation. I'd like to keep it in the family and get the younger members of our family involved and continue the process on.
I'm proud of the boys for what they've done, and Matthew and Alex and the grandsons coming in, and I'm glad to see they're getting involved and keep it going.
All right, we're back. Halftime just getting over. Clock goes to 3 minutes. Both teams out on the field. Just discussing the depth chart factor for a couple of teams. We had some guys go off a little limpy. We don't know if we'll see those players again. So both teams had a starter kind of limp off. So we'll see when we come back the second half what we got going on there. Did we have any halftime stats? Or no?
No.
Okay. Here's your halftime stat. Bulldogs lead 6-0 on a beautiful pass from Lamb to Peters in the end zone. Peters makes a nice athletic play, goes up to the high point, gets that ball, brings it down.
Yeah, I think the Bulldogs converted on about 4 passing plays, 3 or 4. No, Wozni got one, Raymond got one, Peters got one. We had Peters open again here on the, or not open, but had a chance at one here on the near side as well in the first quarter. The biggest stat, though, that I'd like to see coming out of that first half is the time of possession.
Oh, yeah. Triton really controlled the ball, especially in that first drive. And then it was like the Bulldogs tightened the buckles down a little bit and kind of slowed them down. I'd like to get a shout out to Matilda Maffazzoli, foreign exchange student from Italy. Want to say something on YouTube? She's shaking her head no at me.
The Matilda report?
Ciao, Maddie. Ciao, Maddie.
All right, and we also want to take an opportunity to thank that guy right there.
Talk to Matthew Files of Files Oil Company right outside my window for all of your fuel and lubrication needs. 507-534-2020.
Thanks to Files Oil for sponsoring this Bulldog Nation Foundation live stream of Bulldog football. We are in Elgin. Bulldogs are up 6-0. We got less than a minute left here before the half. We're going to see the Bulldogs going to get the ball right off the bat. Triton received it, ran about 8 minutes off the clock on their first drive, back and forth until Lamb hit Peters in the end zone with about 4 minutes left in the half. I just made that up. I have no reference of when that happened.
It was about 2 minutes. Because I remember they were driving at about 4 minutes, and I said the clock not an issue yet, but they might have to play with a little bit of urgency.
Yep, and we'll see how in the second half how these injuries work out. Triton had number 5 Hunter Stark banged up a little bit earlier. Bulldogs had number 28 starting running back Hunter Tentis banged up. I don't think we're going to see him in the second half tonight.
Yeah, we'll see.
But again, thanks to our sponsors, Bulldog Nation Foundation and Files Oil. Are you thinking about converting to propane?
I am.
Let Files Oil Company evaluate your needs and provide the perfect size propane tank for your home or business. Contact the propane gas company Rochester, Minnesota, and the surrounding area relies on today. Files Oil, 507-534-2020.
All right, Bulldogs huddled up down there. We got 12 minutes on the clock. We got 24 minutes of regulation time of football play to play here tonight. Bulldogs up 6-0, had a nice touchdown drive. Gastanjic in for the extra point. He did not kick extra points last week.
Nope, and they have him on the sideline.
And he's got a good leg on him, but he just, in early season soccer player fashion, did not get that ball vertical enough. He drove the ball like you would on a kickoff. They got pressure up the middle, were able to block that.
All right, Bulldogs got Welke back deep. They've got the front two lines here up pretty tight. I don't know if they saw something on film. Triton likes to try the onside coming out of the second half.
Maybe a squib. Maybe they're expecting him to keep it away from Peters. I don't know. We'll see.
Peters is up in the hands team out there. They got Welke back there.
Yeah. Trying to see the field, but all I can see is a JM Rocket t-shirt in the way. If that guy in front of me would sit down.
They do kick it to Welke. Gathers, goes up the middle.
He's got a little room. Nice little move. He's going to be back out.
Might want to blow that whistle. I'm not sure he's going anywhere.
Yeah.
Stopped there by 62 and 22. 62 is Isaac Madison. 22 not on this roster. I think it was 22, wasn't it? 22?
I don't know. I wouldn't look at this sheet till it says only week 1 reported on that one.
All right, Bulldogs are going to take over. Lamb and Carson Raymond bringing the play in.
So let's see what we get in the backfield for the Bulldogs.
It's going to be Wozni again taking over at the running back position for Tentis, bringing in Raymond to replace Wozni. And then on that far side, that is going to be
Looks like
Herber.
Logan Dietrich. Oh, that is Herber.
Wozni off the far side.
Stretches it out. He's going to pick up a couple. Wozni got a good motor on him. He's a fun player to watch.
Yeah, he is an exciting player, athlete all around as well. Plays basketball for Coach Jason Herber in the winter.
Started the season with a bang last year and then had a wrist injury. Held him out till about halfway through the basketball season, wasn't it? Before he was able to come back fully.
I think he was back. He was back. I think. For
Was
most
he
of the
earlier
season.
than that?
All right, we got trips on the near side with Lundeen,
It's like Raymond at the top of the screen on the far side.
Herber, and
a lot of height on this near side. Looks like we're going to go
Peters.
to quads. What was that?
legal procedure.
Exactly.
Offsides.
Want to do the play-by-play? Or are you good? Okay. Maddie said she's good. She doesn't want to do the play-by-play.
All right, so that is going to be a first down for the Bulldogs here. Now going to take it from the 42 in their own territory. Bulldogs in the gray tops tonight. You see those maybe once a year. They're headed right to left across your field. Triton Cobras in the white tops, black pants, headed left to right.
If you're just checking in for the second half, Bulldogs lead 6-0 on a Lamb to Peters touchdown pass at a blocked extra point. A lot of pressure up the gut there. Lamb keeps it. I would like to see him tuck that ball away when he gets across the line of scrimmage. When the threat to pass has passed, tuck it away.
Absolutely.
Especially in a one-possession game. All right.
So that's a pickup of, we're going to call that 4 yards for Lamb.
Brings up 2nd and 6.
Pretty nice job tonight so far for the Bulldog front line there, protecting Lamb, letting them get to that outside. That far tackle is going to be Tucker Johnson. Next to him is going to be Colton McNallen. Rademacher, the center. Next to him, Caden Priest, and on the outside, Drew Raymond.
Yeah. Bulldogs did give up pressure early on the quarterback, but they seem to have resolved that. They had a little laundry on the field. They're going to call that on the Bulldogs, I think. Must have had some inopportune twitching there. Priest playing center?
Rademacher at guard.
Well, we'll see when we get up there this time.
2nd and 11.
Definitely Rademacher at guard.
Yeah, it looks like Priest is snapping. Now, not that big of a surprise, because when Rademacher went down with an injury last year on that state tournament run, he did. Priest picked up and played center through the rest of the season, so it's not like he's never done it.
Lamb fakes the pass out to the flat, tries to hit Peters on a slant in the middle of that field there. Maybe just took his eye off it for a second. Plenty of Cobras there as well.
Appears to be a man coverage, does it not? Coach Oleg out of Triton. Yeah, and on that pump fake, you don't get the separation sometimes on man coverage that you get on zone as that play progresses and those zones get bigger and bigger and those defenders get stretched out.
Tight end and 2 receivers on the near side. Carson Raymond by himself on the far side.
Lamb with good time.
Over the middle there for Herber. Broken up by number 1, Bo Monikeisen.
Really attacking the center of the field, trying to get those quick slants, those quick inside routes, the quick hitters on the edge. at some point, probably not on 4th and 12, but we need to get back to stretch in the field again, loosen those DBs for Triton back up a little bit.
Looks like they got the offense still out there. I don't see Kish.
Oh, no,
Oh, there he is. Tough to miss him, but we did.
Yeah, he's a big cat. Kish, also the punter last year, veteran
Good leg.
back there, yeah. Quite a track and field athlete, the Ashton Kish as well.
Good punt.
Good punt, good hang time. He's going to try and field it here.
Monakai is in.
That's going to bounce off of Welke. We'll see where they spot it.
Monikaizen lets it bounce,
Yeah,
but
for-
comes back a little bit, hits Welke.
Yeah, first touch is going to be, I think, at about the 28.
Only going to cost him about 3 yards.
Yeah.
All right, so Triton will take over the ball here for the first time on offense in the second half. Saw a lot of number 28, Owen Garnis, in the first half, both out of the backfield. We'd see him split out as a wide receiver as well. They like to target him when he's out on the outside. And another interesting thing to take a look at will be the quarterback situation. We did see one play where Strife was out.
And we didn't know if that was for
Equipment.
some sort of tactical reason,
He's
or
back
what
under
that
center
was.
here, though, and in the backfield it's got Garnis. Nope, that isn't Garnis. The carry was by number 1, Bo Menikeisen. The backfield, that was Francis Price, number 2.
Stopped in the backfield by number 15, Colton McMillan.
All right, Bulldogs have stuck with that 3-man front. They've rolled a lot of players through there. Coach Wingert has kept the pressure on. I'm thinking on 2nd and long, we're going to see I-backs or maybe that double wing motion, and we're going to get that jet motion again. Maybe we get a little swing pass out of that.
Kind of a long huddle here. Let's keep an eye on the judge. To go
There's
quick.
option straight down the line. Strife gets tackled from behind.
I don't know if they were
By
set
Dietrich.
there. That was pretty quick coming out of that huddle.
Had a little Canadian feel to it.
Flag on the play against Triton.
I think they called that on somebody for Triton, but I think it was everybody.
I don't think it was so much either that they went early as they just never really stopped.
Right. It was kind of like that first play when...
Kind of a balk more than a false start.
And I think it was Triton, but it might have been the Bulldogs when the entire offense went on 1, but the center went on 2. All right, there's a
Strife on the near side.
We get a
Gets
little
loose again. That was Welke had him in the backfield.
They get a little hop step out of that right tackle. I think they was going to try and boot out to the right here and see if he
Welke
could
came
break
through,
it in. Yeah,
turned his direction,
Yeah.
lost hold of him, went over the other side, and I think it was Wozni.
I was
there
watching
with the
that
stop.
right tackle, and he took that little boot step like that option or that quarterback keep was coming his way.
Nolan Welke, the number 7, he's a sophomore, having quite the night on the defensive side of things. Called his name quite a bit tonight.
Just got a message in from athletic director Scott Flatham. Paid attendance tonight.
Paid attendance.
783.
783.
That's a
Going
deep
deep.
ball.
Lots
Throws
of
into
air.
coverage.
Wozni had maybe a chance at it.
Three Bulldogs, 1 Cobra. Nobody catches it.
Strike's pass intended for
What was it, 923
Wozni on the coverage.
or 723?
723.
723, 246 at home. 246 screens. Live streaming this Bulldog Nation Foundation and Files Oil live stream of Bulldog football.
If they get a chance, they should maybe shoot a little thank you note of some kind. If you see one of the Files family members out on the street, thank them for supporting Bulldog football, supporting the Bulldog Nation, supporting all of our Bulldog activities.
Punt is blocked!
Punt is blocked again. Welke's going to take that in for a touchdown.
Welke with the touchdown. Blocked by Dietrich, the sophomore connection. Logan Dietrich with the block. Welke recovers in the end zone.
Yep. Coach Lamb holding up 2 fingers. Bulldogs will be going for 2 here. right? That is going to be a shot of adrenaline to the Bulldog sideline and the Bulldog stands. Things were getting a little quiet in Bulldog land. Seeing if things were going our way, but it wasn't super exciting. So I love that sound of a block punt. There's nothing like it in the world. It's one of my favorite sounds ever.
Yeah, second blocked punt recovered for a touchdown. First game of the year, Colton McNallen recovered in the end zone.
And for all intent and purposes, it's the second one tonight. Because that first punt, they completely smothered up, and the punter just ate it. Because that's as good as a block. Kind of like a missed field goal is as good as a blocked field goal. Either way, you don't get the points. Lamb on the boot. It's got a wide.
Peters.
Yep. It's got Peters open in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That's going to push it to 14-0 with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Bulldogs will kick off. We'll see Ryan Gastanjic come out, but before that, let's take a moment to just acknowledge Files Oil Company and everything they do for our community. Coach Matty over here flipping through the script, but I'm going to go ahead and say this. For all of your farm, your commercial, all of your needs, whether it's fuel for your vehicle, whether it's lubricants, whatever it is, give Files Oil Company a call at 507-534-2020. There you go. Also, shout out to the Bulldog Nation, everybody that supports them, everything that they do for us. And lost my train of thought.
Thanks. All right, Gastanjic's in to kick it away here.
People at home right now yelling at their phones. That's a blessing.
Owen Garnis and Bo Monikeisen back deep for the Cobras.
Monikeisen had a nice return on the last kickoff. Gastanjic is going to probably put this inside the 10. He really drives this one, doesn't quite get the height on it.
It's going to be Garnis this time.
Garnis is going to return to the Triton bench. He's going to get it back out to about the 35.
Host of Bulldogs there to bring him down.
A pack, per se. Pack of dogs. Not to be kid. Ooh! Bulldog ring announcer Paul Larsvold getting in on the pack of dogs. Better than a pack of Durham.
Depends on the situation.
Cannot argue with that based upon the prevailing evidence. All right. Bulldog bring that three-man front out.
See those guys up there? It's Rademacher and Schrader up front, done a nice job for the Bulldogs, kind of stopping this varied offense that we've seen over Triton. They get the ball to the running backs in a lot of different ways.
There's that trail back blast. Gets run down from behind. Looks
Colton McNallen.
Like Colton McNallen.
Garnis on the carry, drive down by number 50, Colton McNallen. No game.
Colton McNallen from that right defensive end position, running that blast down from behind. That means that on the front side, Rademacher and Welke and those guys were able to slow up the progression of that play and allow that backside pursuit to come down on that. I don't know if Triton has this in their arsenal, but if your defensive end is running down your blast from behind, you might want to run a naked boot, might want to run a reverse, something back that way, because that defensive end is getting hungry and he's chasing that blast.
Garnis again on the carry, stacked up at the line there.
Gonna make for
look like Schrader getting pulled off the bottom, making a pile there.
Garnis on the carry.
Yeah, I would venture to guess we'll see Logan Dietrich on the blitz here. Maybe Priest. We might bring two inside backers here on 3rd and 8. Maybe an outside backer. I would guess Coach Wingert for sure rush 5 here.
Garnis headed out to the slot on the far side. Keep an eye on him.
Yeah, here's
Here
that
he comes in
double
motion.
wing. Yep, there's your
Swings
your
out.
little swing
Monikaisen's
pass.
open.
He's gonna
He's
he's got the first down. I think he's got it. Nice play by the Cobras. Bulldogs rally to the flat, do a good job. Keep the running to a minimum. Big Bulldog welcome to brand new Bulldog Superintendent Strozl in the house tonight. Thanks for coming out. 6:20 left in the game. Bulldogs up 14-0. on a Peters touchdown on a blocked punt by Logan Dietrich, recovered by Nolan Welke in the end zone. 2-point conversion, Lamb to Peters. Pressure on the quarterback.
Throwing off his back foot.
Throws.
Brought down.
Nice
What a
catch.
That's number 3, Jace Leonardo.
Nice.
He's a 6'1", 175 junior.
Went up tall to get that one. Nice catch.
Strife
Great.
just laid it out there. He was headed backwards there,
and picking up speed backwards because he's hit as he threw.
Yep, off that back foot, gets just enough on it so Frederick can go up and make a play.
Yeah, high pointed that ball, stayed with it the whole way. Very Peters-like, if you're the hometown announcer, but nice pitch and catch. Strife to Leonardo to move the ball down the field. All right, I-back, so keep an eye on that fullback. Ball's going to the left. Little pitch there. Bulldogs
there's a
string
hold
it
there.
out. Yeah.
Not called.
Probably going to get declined anyway if it did. So
nice job. I think that was Lamb came up right away. Read that option, got on that pitch man.
All right, we'll give it kind of had some lulls in the action tonight. We'll give another little shout out to the Bulldog student section, doing a good job again this year. Pajama night, kids having a lot of fun down there. Good to see those kids out. You know, we went through COVID. We didn't have the big crowds. Nice to get it back going where it belongs on a beautiful September night. Tight end might
Makes
have
it
left
outside.
a little early
Oh, he's
there.
got pressure from behind. And that's incomplete. He was looking for Rosopoulos there, and the ball thrown out of bounds on the near side.
Yeah, I didn't see if that was the defensive end or the outside linebacker breathing down his neck, but he got some pressure on that far side right off his blind spot. Was it the linebacker or was it Welke? All right, here we go. Number 11,
Rosopoulos
is on the near side of the field. Trips at the top. Let's see if he runs a deep route. Nope, little underneath stuff.
Try that short side over on the sideline there just for a short gainer. We're going to have 4th and 13. They were probably going to try to do that in 2 chunks. Now, definitely
They're gonna have to do it in one.
They're going to have to do it in one. Definitely 4-down territory here.
I'm no math scientist, but Pete Rietveld is. Not listening to me.
All right.
But 263 people home barely are.
All right. We are going to see a 1-back set. We get twins right, slot tight end on the far side.
Rosopoulos in motion, looking to crack.
Oh, that was going to be a little pitch and throw there.
Yeah.
Priest and Rademacher there, though.
I'm going to correct, though, on that previous play. The pressure on the quarterback, I think, was Herber, because I think Welke is playing outside linebacker on the near side. Herber on the far side. Got Brady Herbert's dad running the clock, so we got to make sure we make those corrections.
Yeah. Triton tried to substitute Tom in there on that last play.
Tomfoolery,
but Bulldogs sniff it out. Priest and Rademacher through quick.
Chicanery. We pause for a moment of silence as our viewership dies.
All right. Shotgun set. Wozni next to Lamb. Lundeen and
Twins and twins. They've got Lundeen
Herber.
and Raymond out on the far side.
Draw
Lamb
up
gonna
the middle.
He's got some room. He's
Lundeen does a nice
one
job
man to
of
beat.
keeping his hands
He's
up.
going to be down to about the 30, maybe the 32.
All the way down to the 33, and that's the Bulldog first down.
Nice job there. Bulldogs seeing with those receivers on the outside, those linebackers getting split, headed out early on the fake there, and the draw right up the middle was wide open for the quarterback Lamb. Longest rushing play of the night so far for the Bulldogs.
Oh. was going to look.
We're under 4 minutes here. Bulldogs on the Triton 33. Wozni with the carry up the middle.
Yeah, he's going to grind out about 3.
Garnis getting up off the bottom of the pile for Triton.
He has been a busy dude tonight. He's a man in all phases of the game. He's a special teamer, offense, defense. He is their dude. And he's had a good game. Returning kicks. Had a little more pressure probably than he's happy with on the punting game, but got some carries, got some receptions. Triton got that 5-man front.
Herbert and Wozni in the backfield with Lamb.
Ooh!
Lamb gets loose, avoids a big hit. Then he runs into Bo Munnikheisen, brings him down.
So what happened on that play is Rademacher pulls, gets to his designated player, gets him hooked, so he gets to the outside. So Lamb should have kept going on that, and he stops to set up the throw. So Rademacher's guy has a free run right at Lamb because it didn't get the block set up the way it should have been. And that, folks, is high school football.
Kish and Raymond on the far side.
I cannot.
Peters on the near side. Wozny's got the ball on the far side. Got a little bit of room.
Oh, he's got the corner. He's going to pick up the first down.
Nice job.
I almost would like to run upstairs and look at the end zone view. I think Triton's running that Bear 46. They used to run that for a long, long time under Donnie Henderson when they were winning state titles over there. And they would get that 46 rolling, and that's a pressure defense. I feel that looks like the set from the sideline, but I'm having a hard time seeing it. For those of you at home, the history on the 46 is Buddy Ryan created the 46 in the Chicago Bears in '85. Let's watch the Bulldogs here, and I'll give you we're going to call a timeout real quick. A 4-4 has 4 down linemen and 4 linebackers. A Bear 46 is named after Doug Plank, number 46, because he was running that offense. He made all the calls. He made all the plays. That's why it's called a 46. It's more of a 5-2. But it is a pressure, cover one defense. And when it goes harsh. Ring announcer Paul Larsvall, due to the Ghosts play tomorrow. Ghosts at home or away? Ghosts are home against Colorado tomorrow. Iowa, myself and newly minted Bulldog legend Darren Strozel, Hawkeye fans, somehow people in Las Vegas think that Iowa is going to score 23 points against Nevada.
How's Iowa's season going?
Who's your favorite Saint? Saint happening. They have scored 1 touchdown in 2 weeks. They have more safeties this year than they have touchdowns. On that note, we're going to give a shout out to Files Oil Company. If your home or business is running low on fuel, don't panic. Get in touch with Files Oil Company. Our dedicated drivers are available on Saturdays and after hours to deliver fuel in the Rochester, Minnesota, and surrounding areas. Files Oil Company is your one-stop shop for all your Phillips 66 lubricant oils, and they have the right product for your farm, home, trucking, or industrial needs.
All right, on 4th and short, Bulldogs try the quarterback sneak up the middle.
And they got the short, not by much.
The quarterback sneak picks up the Bulldog first down.
I don't think he got her by much, but he got her by enough. Hey, Mr. Riedveld. Mr. Riedveld, thinking about converting to propane? Let Files Oil Company evaluate your needs and provide the perfect size propane tank for your home or business. Contact the propane gas company Rochester, Minnesota relies on today. 507-534-2020. Write it down, Pete. Once a rocket, always a rocket. Tigers are crying tonight because of that shirt.
Lamb back to throw. Peters.
And Peters is open in the end zone.
In.
Touchdown. I'm going to read commercials to Pete Riedveld every first down from now on.
But got a Bulldog down on the field there on the touchdown play. Sort out what's going on while Mr. Arsvold plays Mr. Brighton's favorite song.
The Bulldog Fight Song. Brought to you by Public Address Announcer, all Parsvold. Minute 12 remaining, 20-0 at Bulldog Stadium here in Elgin, Minnesota. Just a top 10 weather night. My gosh.
Absolutely beautiful here in Elgin tonight. Flag
Looks
is hanging straight
like
down.
a cramp maybe down there in the end zone.
Peter's second
maybe
touchdown of the evening, both coming here on the south side of the field here in Elgin. Bulldogs coming out in the second half, looking pretty sharp on offense.
Yeah, they really have. Kind of put some of those mistakes away. Is that Peters?
That's Caden Peters.
That is Caden Peters. A little slow to get up. He's going to work his way off the field. Up 20-0.
Bulldogs playing the second half without Hunter Tentis. Have not seen him return to the game.
And they're going to play at least the next play without Caden Peters. Let's see if Coach Lamb is going to roll the PAT team out there and give them a shot. Yeah, Gistanjic is on the field. Let's all think a good, positive, high karma thought for elevation on this kick for Ryan Gistanjic. He had good connection, good snap, good kick. Just drove it a little low. Got to get the ball over the bar, not under the bar. It's a key difference between football and soccer. Speaking of soccer, did you see Coach Hepner in the stands tonight? I did not. I was hoping to get a little halftime report on him, see if we could get a little update on the Bulldog soccer season. There it is. Much better kick. Good snap, good hold, good kick. Gistanjic knocks it through.
That is Johnson to Lamb to Gistanjic for the extra point.
Brought to you by Files Oil. For all of your local fuel needs, 507-534-2020.
They're your one-stop shop for all your Phillips 66 lubricant oils. They have the right product for your farm, home, trucking, or industrial needs. And again, another shout out, Bulldog Nation Foundation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sponsoring the live stream here from the beginning. About 4 years ago, we started this up, and they've been with us the entire time. We appreciate everything they do for this live stream and all activities across the Bulldog Nation Foundation, not just athletics, providing financial support to activities throughout the PE Empire.
I kind of like that you've gone to that rather than the Empire, the PE Empire. The PM Empire. I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of it. I don't know if I could pull it off. I'm not as smooth as you. But. All right, Gistanjic on the kick. He's going to put the ball in play. I would guess that we will see number 28, Owen Garnis. No, it's going to be Moneyheisen. It's going to bring it back to the Bulldog sideline. A little bit different return for the Cobras. That's Bo Moneyheisen. There's a pair of them on the team, Bo and Brody.
All right, with
Bo is a senior, Brody is sophomore.
Peters on the sideline. Looks like we're going to have Carson Raymond come in at cornerback.
Okay.
Here on the near side. Wozni corner on the far side. Still got Hendricks and Lamb at the safety position. Linebackers are Welke, Priest, Dietrich, and Herber. And that front line is Rademacher, Schrader, and Colton McNallen from behind left to right.
If you are a Triton Cobra coach, you're probably trying.
Oh, ball's out! Ball's out!
Bulldogs recover. To complete my thought, Triton tries to get Rosopoulos on Raymond to get the height advantage. Carson Raymond, plenty athletic, but if you're just looking at that mismatch from a coaching standpoint, those That was the matchup they wanted. Get another Bulldog down on the field.
Strife got caught there in a situation that you had mentioned. You were worried about Lamb getting caught in earlier, holding that ball loose. Started running forward, didn't tuck it in, got tapped out from behind. This one does look like a cramp.
Yeah. Bulldog offense comes out short field. Number 62, Carson Cronebush, checks into the game.
Number 20 for the Bulldogs, Isaac Foss, going to get a few snaps with Peters on the sideline.
That's a good-looking jersey that Carson Cronebush has. It really is. It's made of a nice material, but better than anything, it has a high-quality number on it, number 62. Worn by some of my favorites, Keegan Brighton, Chris Hines, Carson Cronebush. Who else is a 62 off the top of your head?
That's McNallen getting up after getting stretched out here. He's going to jog it off here.
I'm drawing a blank. I feel terrible. Chad Schmidt was a 62. Nick Conkle, 62.
All right, so McNallen's going to come off for a play. Cronebush in for him. Lamb runs in with the play.
Fashion question for you, Coach Matty. Quarterback Kyler Lamb got one good sock and one bad sock, or has he got a sleeve on that one calf?
That would be a sleeve. Lamb in shotgun, drops back, pass. Pulls it down, running here now near side.
Oh, he's got a man open.
That's Brady Herbert.
Brady Herbert. How did I ever forget the gigantic human Matthew Jack, also a 62. Herbert on the touchdown. Lamb, that's where that running quarterback comes in, because he runs, and those D-backs start to come up. Because the short field, they don't want to give up that first down. They don't want to give up that touchdown. Leaves Herbert all alone, right? That's caught in no man's land, those outside linebackers and those corners on that play.
Kind of a slow start in the first half. It was 6-0 at halftime.
Yeah.
Bulldogs came out now here, have an opportunity to make it 28-0 with just under a minute left in the third.
Not only was it 6-0 at halftime, but it was 0-0 with about 4 minutes left to go in the half.
Bulldogs helped along here. Blocked punt for a touchdown. Fumble here on the last series for the short field. So Bulldogs taking advantage of those miscues by Triton.
Backed up a little bit here. Gastanjic going to have plenty of leg for this.
Holder Callahan. And place kicker, number 18, Ryan Gastanjic.
All right, here we go. Got to have 3 moving parts. Cincinnati Bengals learned that last week. Lost a game on 2 subpar snaps. Their long snapper tore his bicep, I think, in that game.
No good.
No good. Plenty of leg. Coach Jepson, what's good? What do you know? Not much more than yesterday, he says. Coach Jepson up here in the box. Matt Simon off to BV with his... No, Matt Simon off to BV with his lovely wife for Parents' Weekend. So taking the place of the Simon report, we'll have the Jepson report tonight. Who's that? He did. Did you go to said wedding, or did you just know about it?
Gastanjic going to kick off for the Bulldogs. Bo and Garnis back deep.
Congratulations to a newly married man, Nolan Folker. We just found out off the Jepson report. Nice deep kick inside the 10. Garnis is going to return that. He presses to the middle.
Oh, nice job. Who is that? That's Cronebush.
Good job, Cronebush. 62 in action. Garnis tries to hurdle him. Cronenbush just wisely sticks up a hand and
Upended by
brings
number
him down.
62, Carson Cronenbush.
All right. Going to maybe see Triton have to start opening it up right now.
Well, one of two things. They're either going to open it up or they're going to go back to basics and work on some things to get ready for next week. You know what I mean? Down 27.
Garnis is heading out to that wide spot on the far side.
be-
Keep an eye on him, number 28.
No pages in the playbook that are out of bounds now. Little twist
Bo.
underneath. Schrader comes over the
Bo
top.
Monikai's in there, strung
Yeah,
out.
gonna run him out.
Ran
They
out of
gain him
bounds.
about 3, looks like. Had a little twist on the inside there. We had a linebacker come, and then we had Schrader take a little sidestep to go to his A gap to the right. Quick hitter. I'm sure we'll come back to that motion.
Yep. Seen Bo Monikai's and Garnis being the favorite targets on those short routes, longer routes. He's been looking for number 11, Rosopoulos. He's a tall drink of water, coming in at 6'3".
There's your option and your pitch.
Ooh, big hit by
Big hit
McNallen.
by McNallen. He's still
Oh, got a guy coming off here. Waz.
kind of groovy on that pitch phase. A little different action out of the Triton Cobras
Foss.
with that running back in a little bit different spot.
Isaac Foss going to head in for Nick Wozni for a couple plays here. Wozni came off. Look, he might have hit a stinger there.
Looks like we're going to have Isaac Foss is going to be on the near side cornerback. Quarter. I was like, we get a timeout. Quarter break.
That's the end of the third quarter.
All right, end of the third quarter brings us to another heartfelt thank you to the Bulldog Nation Foundation for everything they do for our Bulldog family. All levels, all activities, every single bit of it, and they are about it. Also, we have generous sponsorship tonight by Files Oil Company. Had a great time working with them, working up to this, and one thing we know, Files Oil Company can service all of your fuel and lubrication needs. Phone number 507-534-2020.
Again, back to Bulldog Nation Foundation. I want to thank them for their continued support. Get a lot of folks out in the public asking, hey, how can we help out Bulldog Nation Foundation? How can we support the live stream? Going to throw up here a QR code and a website. You can go ahead and visit, donate to Bulldog Nation Foundation this way, or keep listening to Bulldog Nation Foundation live streams. We'll let you know this spring. Auction coming up. Always a great event.
That is a
lots
great
of folks
event.
come out. Lots of great auction items up for grabs out there. Things like tickets, vacations, safaris, homemade goods.
You might even catch a glimpse of Adam Oleg when you're out there. The elusive. Speaking of safaris, see him outside of his natural habitat, which is his backyard, with his gaggle of children. All right. Ooh, pressure up the middle.
Oh, gets loose.
This
Still
is a
going.
different quarterback. This is Bo Monikai's at quarterback. You got a little bit more fresh scamper to him.
Strife scampering for a first down.
Oh, Strife.
Was it Strife? I thought it was number 1.
Well, there is a 1.
I know, but I thought it was
Jet Sweep?
Oh, it's jet sweep. Okay, it wasn't a keeper. Fake must have been good on
Wozni
that
back
one.
in at corner here on the near side.
Wozni and Herber on this side. Raymond and Welke on the far side.
Priest coming hard up the middle.
Priest coming hard. Had a man open in the flat there, in the deep flat. Just a little too much pressure to get an accurate throw off. The Bulldogs did kind of shore up their pass protection. The Bulldog defense has been able to keep some pressure on the Triton offense.
Can't say enough about that front line and what they've done tonight. McNallen, Schrader, and Rademacher, after that first drive, really have tightened things up, done a nice job getting a good push and getting through even on pass plays, putting some pressure on Strife, the quarterback. Long
there's
ball
a
down the far
deep ball,
sideline.
trying to get it to
They
drop.
got it.
Yeah.
Pretty good coverage there by Raymond. Drops it in, though. That's Rosopoulos. 6'3", over 5'3" there. Raymond was there. It was just couldn't get the head turned around.
And the thing about that, it was such a nicely thrown ball on that fade route. Raymond has good coverage, but he throws it just a little short. Rosopoulos comes back for it, makes the catch. Didn't have to go up for it. Raymond has good coverage. Just a nice football play.
Rosopoulos again on
All
that
right.
far sideline out wide.
Double wing formation for the Cobras. Get motion.
Loses
Ball on the ground.
snap. I think Triton got that one back.
I
Stripe
think they
covered
did
it.
too. Bulldogs are pointing, but I think Stripes got it. Oh, looks like number 51 coming out of the pile with it.
And the only guy that
Caden
matters
Priest.
also says it's Bulldog ball.
Which would be the white hat.
All right, let's see if the Bulldogs can take advantage here. Again, going to run some time off the clock here. I'd imagine 10:24 left in the game. Up 27-0.
If we count a black punt as a turnover, we'll call the smothered punt a turnover on downs. We've had two turnover on downs. I think we're +3 tonight in the turnover department. Does that sound right?
Well, if you're counting the punts, then it's going to be +4. We have 2 fumble recoveries.
Well, I'm counting the one that
The
he
one
smothered
smothered.
as a turning over on downs.
Okay.
The one that's blocked, and then 2 fumble recoveries, so that's 3. Is that it?
Yep.
Stat of geniuses behind me. Is that it?
Bunch trips here on the near side. Handed off to, nope, pulled out. Hendricks.
New
in at
quarterback.
Got some
look
room.
at Hendricks. Got a little room. Hey, he's a shifty runner. He came in on 4th and 5 last week against the Bombers on a quarterback he picked up a first down.
We got some laundry on the field though on that far sideline, right at the 50.
Coach Jepson, in your educated opinion, what do you think this penalty is going to be? Illegal procedure. You are correct.
There you go.
All right, that was a nice run by Hendricks, but apparently he got a little help somewhere on the edge there.
I didn't even see that. What'd they call?
I didn't see it. What'd they call?
What'd they call?
Blocking backyard?
From the location of the flag, I would have guessed a block in the back.
Yeah, because it was downfield. It was still a first down, looks like. It's like the first down is going to stand.
Well,
holding quite far downfield, apparently.
a lot of times what you'll see when that's downfield like that, that's a receiver's got his hands outside the shoulder
Outside
pads.
the frame, yep. Yep. Astute observation by an astute announcer.
Bunch trips here on the near side. Snap is fumbled. It's loose, and Triton's going to pick it up.
Scoop. 22 on the.
He's not in there. I
on
looked
the
earlier.
haul. That's going to be 6 points for the Triton defense. That's going to be a shot of adrenaline for their sideline. You got 22 on your roster, ours? Josier Ortiz on the scoop and score, number
Great,
22.
Great name.
Yes.
Fun to say.
Yes.
All right, and Triton is going to line up. I'm looking at this personnel, and I'm thinking they're going for the extra point.
Looks like they got number 9 on the kick. It's going to be Guadalupe Martinez, a 5'9", 138-pound senior. Oh, this is a bad snap. And we're going to get tackled
Is that
for a
Raymond?
loss.
Yep, Raymond over there.
Number 9.
26. Raymond there.
I'm going to go on record, and I know how football coaches are because I am one. If Martinez is 5'9", I'm 6'5". I mean,
and you're not.
And I'm not. I mean that. Yeah, don't take that the wrong way. Kind of like who were we talking about the other day that we thought got measured in the hallway with their cleats? The Bulldogs. Had him down as like 6'7" or something. He's about 5'7". I saw a very interesting thing on NFL Films one time. And they said that they were talking to these professional football players, and they said your entire football career, you're about 4 inches taller and about 20 pounds heavier in the program than you actually are. So when you look at the programs, you kind of adjust accordingly. And then in the NFL, all of a sudden you're about 3 or 4 inches shorter and about 50 pounds lighter because they don't want to give anything away on the scouting report.
All right, Bulldogs bringing out that hands team again. Welke back deep by himself.
Number 7, Nolan Welke.
Looks like Martinez is going to kick off. Had a good kickoff last time. We'll see what we get here. Oh, there's a little onside kick. It's not going to make it 10. I appreciate the idea, but didn't quite get the execution.
So for those onside kicks, for those maybe not in the know at home, they need to travel 10 yards, and then it's up for grabs.
Like
say
you were a foreign exchange student from Italy that is at your second football game ever in your whole entire life. That short kick has got to go 10 yards before we can have a kicking team recovering it.
I think we also had a false start there. I think is what he called.
Are they going to not make them re-kick it?
Not going to make them re-kick it. Well, in this situation, give him another chance on the onside probably wouldn't be a great idea.
True.
All right, Alex Hendricks in at quarterback number 2. He's a sophomore, 6'1" for the Bulldogs. Been playing free safety tonight on the defensive side of the ball.
Who's he got playing running back over there? Is that Raymond? Aiden Grainer in at running back.
That pass finds Isaac Foss.
We've had some changes here. Let's see if we can get some numbers for you.
Kish is in at tight end. 54, Dominic Loyo is in at tackle. We got 26, Carson Raymond's coming in as receiver. Number 14, Noah Eidenschenk.
Yep.
On the line.
Carson Kronebusch in there at center, looks like. Nope, at right guard.
Center. Kronebusch is center. 52, Alex Bedstead's at right guard.
52, not 62 at right guard.
Hendricks pass, looking for Ashton Kish on the far side, incomplete.
For a left guard and a left tackle.
Brendan O'Reilly's the left tackle for the Bulldogs.
And the left guard.
Left guard is
something 3. Is it 53?
Atkinson. Nobody's Stuart Atkinson.
Is it 57 or 53?
7.
57. Stuart Atkinson at left guard.
Greener's carry stops short there.
Bulldogs will go for it here on 4th down on their own side of the 50, or on the Triton side of the 50, I should say. Getting down close to the 40, about the 41-yard line. Bulldogs will go for it here. This might be a good time for a little Alex Hendricks keeper off the wide side of the field and just let him get out there and run.
Number 14, number 15, Parker Matty into the game at wide receiver.
Any relation to that kid?
I know him. I've known him for about 15 years.
Known him his whole life. Oh, another bad snap. Hendricks is going to run for his life a little bit here. He's going to be back to about the 47. Bulldogs turn it over on downs.
Looks like the starting defense is going to head out on the field here.
I would guess what you're going to see here out of the starting defense, and we'll get the spotters' heads up here when we start subbing. They're going to roll the starters out there for the first play, and then they'll sub from there. I know from when I was coaching that subbing 8, 9, 10, 11 at a time is not good for morale, and it's not good for formation.
It's not good for Bueno.
Shout out to Jen Maddie watching at home. Eagle eyes on the TV. So we got Herber out here on the right side, double wing formation, motion.
Harness in motion. Quarterback.
Number 3 playing quarterback.
That's up. That is picked. That's Alex Hendricks.
That's going to be Jace Leonardo. I would guess we'll see that last offensive unit out there.
Alex Hendricks with the interception. It's Bulldog football.
Triton tries to throw one downfield. Bulldogs got that first unit in, did not have a chance to sub yet because first down. So Bulldogs will take over. We go to move to +4. Oh, so +3.
Got some new
right,
Bulldogs out there. I can see number 31, Sam Ring, in for the Bulldogs.
Saw number 5, Caden Richardson.
Foss running into play to the backup quarterback, Alex Hendricks.
Would assume our line is probably the same.
Nope, we got Louis Sandoval, number 76 now in at center.
Let's see if our snaps are any. Yep, that one's.
Hands off the Grainer up the middle.
Grainer.
Not going anywhere. Stopped by number 16.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Austin Adrian.
Aiden Grainer, another one of those very athletic underclassmen. State entered in wrestling as an 8th grader. True freshman out there. It's 7:50 left to go in on a clear Bulldog Friday night. Bulldogs up 27-6.
They go with a 2-back set. Maddie by himself over on the near side. Far side is Foss. Hendricks rolls out.
On the fake.
Looks to the short dump there. That's Sam Ring.
Oh,
ball comes out, but out of bounds.
Okay, so we got a little something going on the backfield here. Are we going to have a holding, or are we going to have a roughing the passer? He's moving the spot. It's going to be a hold, I bet $1. I was incorrect. Illegal procedure.
So it's going to push the Bulldogs back 10 yards here.
Almost from directly at the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 2nd and 20.
Caden Richardson, Isaac Foss in at receivers, Kish in at tight end, 54 Loyo at the right guard,
Sandoval at center,
52 Alex Bedstead at the right guard, 53 Brandon Melcher in at left guard, and Brennan O'Reilly at left tackle.
Oh, a little pressure on Hendricks. Oh. He's going to go down.
Oh, we got a flag here late coming in.
What do we got?
Far line judge.
Let's see what we got.
Might have had some extracurriculars.
If it's after the play, is it an illegal procedure?
Yep.
Okay. Just checking. Hey, we're rolling down here at 7 minutes left in the game. Shout out to Files Oil Company for sponsoring your broadcast tonight. 507-534-2020 for all your fuel and lubrication needs. We're also going to give a shout out to the Bulldog Nation Foundation for everything they do for all of our programs all year long. Keep your eyes and your ears to the media, and we will be getting those dates out for that foundation auction.
Yep.
I've not heard any even tentative dates just yet, but it's usually a springtime event. Bulldogs are going to get backed up here.
Personal foul, it's going to be another 15, and that's going to make it 3rd down and forever. Forever.
We got like 5 people that heard that one.
Still got 228.
228.
228 at home.
228.
Sticking with us.
Hanging in there. Hanging in there for this 3rd and 35 play on the 33. Gonna have to dig pretty deep in the playbook to find one for this play. He's got a pass play. He's got
Eidenschenk.
He's gonna pick up the 1st down, and then a little bit more. Noah is gonna get to the end zone.
Takes it to the house.
Noah Eidenschenk on a touchdown catch on a 3rd and 35 gets this hometown crowd on their feet. Officials timeout. We got an injured Triton Cobra to get off the field before we go for the untimed point after play. Going for 1 or 2 here, if you're Coach Lamb. I'm saying 1. Get Kostancic out there, get him a little practice, get the snap, the hold, get the whole shooting match running together. At some point, you're going to need that kid to kick a field goal when it matters. So you better practice now.
We do have new holder in. Number 2, Henrik's going to hold for Lamb. And Liam Hepner in to try this attempt for the Bulldogs.
Look at him go.
Another soccer player
Another
turned
soccer
football
player.
on Fridays. And
did we ever find out who the Bad Jars are playing tomorrow? New Mexico State. So we got the Gophers are playing, Paul told us, Colorado. I was playing Nevada. And the Badgers are at Camp Randall Stadium against New Mexico or New Mexico State? New Mexico State. All right, that's your. Do we have any scores from around the area tonight while we're waiting to set up our action?
We're up 14 knot on Pine Island, but that was at before half.
I think that's who we got next week, isn't it? Lured? At Lured next week?
Nope, that's
Nope.
2
weeks. 2 weeks, we got them home for homecoming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next week we are.
I just got lit up on my text messages, deservedly so. My second favorite number 62 in the world, Kale Lamb, right behind my own flesh and blood son.
Hepner back to kick here.
I should be chastised by the 230 people out there still watching.
Snap is good. Kick is up, and it is through.
Crescent up 21-7 on Lake City with 5 minutes left in the game. That's an upset in the making, folks. All right, so we converted the extra point. Caledonia up 21-0 on Dover Iota. That's a final. United.
Who just beat Caledonia? Caledonia.
St. Croix Lutheran down 14-7 at the end of the first half to St. Agnes. Battle of the Saints there. I hope they're playing in St. Paul, just for principle. Goodhue up big on Lewiston Altura, 42-0, and that's a final. Cotter up 20-6 over Wabasha Kellogg with 3 minutes left in the game. Number 1 ranked returning state champions Chatfield up 69-0 in a final over the St. Charles.
That St. Charles team is the team that beat Lake City 42-19 in
Right,
week 1.
right, yeah, that's not a terrible St. Charles team to lose almost 70-0.
All right, looks like Kostancic is going to kick it off here for the Bulldogs. Got a couple of new returners. Nope, still Garnis and Munikaisen back deep. This one is headed for, no, that's 18 back there, excuse me. Bronson Ferguson gathers it up, but he's deep in his own territory.
He's swallowed up by a host of Bulldogs there. All right, here comes that Bulldog defense. Looks like we got Cronabush.
I see Cronabush, Priest, Lamb, Foss headed into the game. Cronabush is out there. Henrik's still out there.
We see
19, Ryan Posture into the ball game for the Bulldogs.
Ashton Kish going to play a little defensive end for the Bulldogs here. Hendricks is going to stay in at the safety.
Looks like we got Logan Dietrich still in it at the linebacker spot. Carson Raymond here at the near side corner.
Who's that?
Dominic Loyo making his way onto the field late.
Who's the outside linebacker over there on the left side? Bulldogs swallow that
Posture,
play.
I think.
That
19.
that Ryan.
Lundeen out there as well as linebacker. I'm assuming.
All right.
Hunter Garnis on the carry.
So the Bulldogs were able to stop Triton for no gain with 10, so hopefully with 11 this time. Bulldogs pretty fortunate, honestly, that they ran away from where they had a missing player. Right, right. Got Nolan Welke lining up on the sideline. I wonder if we'll see him in our next offensive set. Bulldogs play tight against the run there. It's going to be 3rd and long.
31, Sam Ring going to head into the game. He's going to replace someone.
If you had to pick your all-time favorite Bulldog, from a trivia standpoint, if you had to pick your all-time favorite Bulldog, who would it be? Can't pick your kid, because that's who I was going to pick till I thought of it.
I'll pick my good buddy Ryan Walsh. Hopefully
Ryan-
at home watching me. He
Ryan
might be here
Walsh.
in the stands.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Ooh, good stick out there.
Nice.
Number 11, Kyler Lambs.
Nice Bulldog defense.
Probably going to be the last play for him.
I got a lot of good ones. There's a lot of sentimental favorites. Your Randy Springs, your Tommy Spears.
I mean, in all the years you put in coaching, you probably just shouldn't say one.
Yeah.
You're better off. Your phone's going to blow up.
I am honestly going to go with another 62. I'm going to go with Nick Conkle. Just because he's a 62, and he probably doesn't get enough yap on the YouTube as some of those other guys do. Hard to discount a Matt Pick, the Groby brothers, all
Punts
those
away.
guys. That's
Line drive.
It's a low dribbler.
Lamb just going to...
Lamb going to pick it up and kneel on it. 4:24. We'll see Bulldog offense roll out. I think we're going to see Nolan Welke at quarterback. I saw him lining up on the
I
sideline.
see Sandoval's going to head out at center. Bedstead's going to head out at guard. Matty Eidenschenk headed in at receiver. Loya is going to be
Cronenbusch-
playing tackle.
Cronenbusch
Cronies.
coming off.
Cronenbusch coming off.
Yeah, he's right here playing defense. He might be going back in. We'll see.
57, Stuart Atkinson's going to be in there on the offensive line. Here comes Ryan Posture. Hendricks jogging off, and it's going to be Nolan Welke bringing in the play here. Going to get a series at quarterback. Welke and Hendricks splitting time in the JV quarterback.
Yeah.
50-50 there. Both good arms, good quarterbacks. A lot of future's pretty bright. Quarterback position for the Bulldogs.
Sandoval Sapp's not on the money, but not necessarily bad. Aiden Grainer, good hard run. He's going to pick up about 5.
Aiden Green on the carry.
True freshman in the game. I think I would say if I'm a shotgun quarterback, I would rather have snaps at my face mask than my knees. I mean just from a handling standpoint.
In for the Bulldogs, there's Keaton Richardson back into the game, and for the first time, Brecken Hellberg, number 16, into the game for the Bulldogs.
He's on your near side, correct?
Correct.
Kish is playing tight end down here on the near side. That is a run play that didn't get started. All right, we're going to have 3rd and long. Last time we had a 3rd and long, we scored a touchdown. This is 3rd and about 25 yards shorter than that last 3rd down.
Maddie and Foss in on the receiver exchange.
See if Welke can pull a rabbit out of his hat like Hendricks did. Score 34-6 with 3 minutes left in the game. Only Triton score tonight comes on a scoop and score off of a fumble. Bulldog defense pitches a shutout. Offense comes to life in the second half.
Welke pulls it down.
He's
Good
going to
speed
pick up
there
a
from
first
the
down.
sophomore.
Scrambling around the right side, picks up the
Bulldogs
touchdown.
get touchdowns from Peters, Herber.
Peters times 2.
Yep.
Herber, Eidenschenk.
Dietrich on a block punt.
Nope.
No,
Welke
Welke on a
on-
block punt. Dietrich blocked it. Welke recovered it.
Yep.
Did he recover in the end zone or scoop and scored? Scooped and scored it. Picked
Scoop
it up
and
on
scored,
about
yep.
the 10. All right, Bulldog offense rolls up here. Welke at the helm.
That touchdown from Eidenschenk, the biggest play on the night, about a yard plus
Yeah.
reception from Alex Henricks.
On a 3rd and 35.
Welke pulls it down again in the high
He's
snap.
going to keep it. He's going to get tackled for a very short gain.
Swallowed
maybe
up there by
one.
number 16 of the Cobras. That's Austin Adrian. He is a 5'7", 165 junior linebacker.
Yeah, we're going to throw this in there one more time. Files Oil Company, proud sponsors tonight. Files Oil Company provides gas, diesel fuel, lubricant, oils, propane tank services to Plainview, Minnesota, and the surrounding areas. If you have an opportunity to patronize them, give them a call at 507-534-2020. 507-534-2020.
Welke out of the shotgun.
2 running backs set. Grainer deep. Grainer's going to get the
gets the
carry right up the middle. He's going to get 0. It's going to make it 3rd and 10.
Looks like 53 for the Cobras. Number Caden Ellingson, a junior, and number 72 Parker Amiat.
Yeah, Caden Richardson running in the play, number 5 for the Bulldogs. Isaac Foss also in there at receiver. We'll see what Welke has up
Posture
his
is
sleeve.
in at tight end next to Welke. Grainer back behind Welke. Welke's going to roll out the other side. He's got
Boot,
Richardson
make it.
open on the sideline. Makes the catch.
Caden with a nice catch. He's going to be down, looks like inside the 10.
Welke's pass complete to number 5.
If I remember correctly, Caden Richardson's first reception as a Bulldog was either a 2-point conversion or a touchdown. That sound correct, Coach Oleg?
I think we might have saw Noah Eidenschank's first reception at the varsity level go for a touchdown.
I'm talking about Caden Richardson's first reception ever as a Bulldog. Like he didn't catch a screen pass, didn't catch a little zero route. Caught a nice play down in the end zone, if I remember correctly.
Bulldog's going to run as much clock as possible. Going to wait for that back judge to hold up his hand, start counting down from 5. Probably take a knee.
Looks like we're in victory formation. Yeah, Bulldogs will take it.
That's
That'll be it. We're going to count down the last 17 seconds here at Bulldog Field. Bulldogs are going to come out on top, 34-6. Defense pitches a shutout. Offense hits on all cylinders in the second half. A little slow in the first half. Knotted up at zeros with less than 4 minutes left in the half. Bulldogs next week are going to be on the Bulldogs on the road next 2 weeks.
Next 2 weeks.
Next 2 weeks, Bulldogs on the road. So we'll be back in 3 weeks for homecoming against the Lured Eagles.
Yep. Next week, Lake City.
Next week,
at
Lake City. At Lake City, the short trip.
They fell tonight to, or behind
They
to
were
La Crescent.
trailing La Crescent last time we saw. Shout out to Files Oil Company. Thank you so much. Cannot thank sponsors so much. Give them a call, 507-534-2020.
And we're also going to leave up the link there, QR code and web address for Bulldog Nation Foundation. If you feel so inclined, go ahead, go over there, donate, give big. They can give big because you give big at home, and we appreciate everything they do here at the PEM school community. All right, we're going to sign off.
I got one
guess we're
more
not
shout
gonna
out.
sign off.
We got one more Bulldog legend in the house, Brian Wagner, right up in the top row. All right. Hey, good night, everybody. If you are not at home, please drive safe. Coach Ole, got any closing remarks? He's got nothing. Yep. Go Bulldogs. God bless America. Coach Batty, you got anything closing? All right. That's going to sign us off at Bulldog Field here, 34-6. Bulldogs come out winners. We will see you on the road next week in Lakes.